Why on earth be a mortgage broker is the subject of today's eCentral Business Show. I'm here with Laura Solano and Grace Russell from Pod Financial.
Yes.
Right the third time round.
Yes.
Now, Laura, let's talk about this subject. And
Sure.
We don't have to do any disclosures to talk about why on earth you'd be a mortgage broker. We're not going to talk about product, are we, today?
No. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's talk about the really important factors. You've been a mortgage broker for how long now?
For over 10 years.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And Grace, you've just come on board with Pod Financial.
Just over 3 months now, yep.
Right, okay.
You got the whole spectrum here.
Well, this is where I sort of saw a dimension here that we could explore, is like the old hand, versus the new recruit. And obviously you have genuinely recruited Grace into this role. I mean,
oh, yeah.
But where does the passion from? I mean, I tried mortgage broking for about 8 months, made about $2,000, and I thought, this is a mug's game, you know.
Yeah.
What's driving you to stay in, Laura?
I guess I've been doing it for a while now, and I actually love it. I love the people. I love finding out about what makes them tick. I love seeing how they've structured themselves in terms of their financials and what they do for their activities, like whether they work for an employer or whether they're self-employed. I love helping them deal with some of the most convoluted and difficult aspects of their life, which is the financial world.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I love it. I still love it. I love it still after 10 years.
Okay, and of course the complexity. I'm fully aware of the compliance these days. It's very, very heavy. You know, if you haven't done a project around mortgaging something lately, there's a lot more compliance. So I assure you. And even that was a bit of a wake up call when I had visited on people as having a go at mortgage broking. Like the conversations where they're going, we didn't have to do this last time. I mean,
it's been massive change in the last couple of years particularly. And we are in a really compliance-driven environment now, particularly with the GFC and some of the things that happened around Storm Financial and that kind of stuff.
Sure did, yeah, what a mess.
Yeah, that government just went, well, we need to put the onus onto the people who are helping people get mortgages to demonstrate that what we're doing is in the interest of the people that we're working for, and not in the interests of somebody else. So that's really what compliance is about. It's about understanding the people that we're working with, and it's about making sure that we can that we know who they are and that we're delivering the results for them over a longer period than just simply a couple of months.
Yeah, all that ongoing affordability.
Correct. We don't want to just get them into the house. Like if we just get them into the house and then they can't afford to keep it, what kind of service have we done for them?
Yeah.
So it's about understanding the people that we're working with and actually delivering results that are going to help them to really shine into their future and to build a base that's sustainable over the longer term.
Okay. Yeah, I sort of get. Yeah, and we heard about the people who left the industry when all the compliance kicked in, and it's been ratcheted up. I see that from even the conversations I have regularly with brokers or even around my own lending, is that the ratcheting up of compliance means that if you're not in it for those sorts of values, you
might want to do something else.
Yeah, right. Now,
because it's pretty heavy.
Yeah, and so you're still in, so that means, sort of, and so would you say you've adapted or changed, or it was in your DNA anyway?
It was already in our DNA.
Yeah.
We've definitely changed our processes on the back end and things like that. Back end by, I mean, making sure that our files are really clean, that we can find information really quickly, that type of stuff. So we've adapted our business processes to deal with the compliance environment. That's what we've done. Because we want to, in some way, shield our client from the turmoil that is a finance application. And so we need to know what we're doing with it.
Okay.
So that's, we've kind of embraced the environment and actually just shone because of it.
Oh, okay. You've made it sort of a lever or part of the business naturally, yeah?
Yep.
Fabulous.
It's a tremendous foundation in our business.
Yeah, all right. Now, Grace, we don't want to have you sitting down the end like someone nodding away in the back of some sort of political statement.
I'm a sponge. I soak everything up that Laura says, and it's fantastic.
No, but I want to hear from you. I mean, what do you like paperwork, Grace? And visiting people late at night, after dinner in their own homes. Is that part of who you are?
I don't see a problem with it because when Laura approached me to work with her, I said, finance, I don't want to work behind a desk every day, day in, day out, 9 to 5. Well, that idea is just not it for me.
Yeah.
And Laura said, Grace, this job is not about finance, it's about people. And I went, oh, I love people. Yep, let's do this. And as you know,
Oh, yeah, okay.
we're big people.
No, you give me a little shiver there, Grace. Yeah. No, well, that's it. I mean, I've got a work colleague or a mentor who says, John, you know, the weird thing about you is you like people. I said, doesn't everybody like people?
Yeah.
He says, no,
they don't.
most people don't like people. I go, this is an awkward and sort of funny conversation, but I get that, yeah. So you got to be a people person, yeah.
Very much so. And because you're dealing with people's livelihood. So you've got to understand that. So you've got to be open and non-judgmental and listen. That's our biggest job, listening.
Okay, tremendous. Well, maybe that's a nice little neat way to tie up a little bow around this. I mean, and ultimately the role of a mortgage broker as opposed to just dealing direct with the bank. Go for it, Laura.
Yeah.
Grace, whoever.
Do you want to give
Well,
your
it's-
interpretation of what you've seen in the last couple of months?
Well, what I've seen is, well, the reason I chose to work with Laura was because I sat with her for 2 weeks and said, okay, I'll see what you do. And I fell in love with it.
No.
Her clients, and now our clients, rely on us now, not just for, can you help us buy a house? Can you help us get an investment property? It's, can you help us find this person? Or what's your advice on this? Because yet again, you're not just dealing with just a transaction, you're dealing with people and their lives.
Yep.
And that's what you won't get if you go directly to a bank or a lender, because they are very much about the transaction and we're about them and their life. And as Laura said, the longevity of it all, instead of just, one transaction, see you later.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're positioned to be able to help people reach their goals and dreams and aspirations.
Because the banks sort of tolerate you, you know, and sometimes you wonder whether they do, yeah? They really want to tolerate you.
The banks are bigger. The bank's processes are bigger. Their bureaucracy is bigger. It's a bigger beast that they have to handle. And so the person gets lost in that kind of large enterprise.
Yeah.
Where is the person in a large enterprise? It's harder to find a person and relate to people unless you've developed that in your culture right from grassroots. And that cultural shift can also take a while to change. And we're seeing that across the banks at the moment. They are wanting to relate more to people, but they have so many more hurdles than we do as a smaller business. Our business is entirely reliant upon how we relate to people.
Yeah.
If we don't relate to people, we don't get the business. It's as simple as that.
Yeah,
we don't have the kind of branding and name or reach that a larger group would have.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's great. Okay, we need to sort of wrap up around now. We're running out of time. But look, I think the really powerful thing, and I read it recently, actually it's a book, Predictably Irrational, you know, and the guy at the end of the book, he talks about the fact that, you know, the bigger organisations want this one-on-one social relationship with their customers, but they can't really achieve it because at some point they're going to bounce a cheque and charge you for it or a redraw fee, and that whole social relationship is torn apart.
Yep.
Now you guys as the face, you know, and as a face-to-face and very empathetic thing, you get to do things, you know, day in, day out for your clients, yeah? And that's really great.
We follow up on some really interesting stuff, whether it's been the client's error or whether it's been the bank's error, we don't even care. We just want to get the result for the client so that they don't have to deal with it anymore. So we look out around how do we help the client basically be shielded from processes that they know nothing about, but we do.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do.
Great. Okay, ladies, thank you very much for coming on the show today. Pod
Thank you.
Financial, Grace Russell, Laura Solano, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, that's another episode done at the eCentral Business Show. I'm John Naylor. Thank you very much for watching another episode of the eCentral Business Show. What we're doing on the eCentral Business Show is we're bringing you business leaders and the best of the knowledge. We want to bring them on the show and release that content so that that's something that we can share with you by this easy to consume format. So you can follow us across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, or just regularly visit the eCentral.com.au/show website, pick out the best things for you and educate yourself on that premise. Now there's video content there for you, so you can just watch the video and inform yourself in your own time. We've also now podcasting that content as well, so it's really simple to consume. You can listen to it on the way to work in the car or during your daily exercise regime. Beyond that, we're also looking to connect with business experts. So if you consider yourself to be an expert in your field, please make contact so we can schedule you in and have you come on the show. So you can release your content and increase your brand across our format. Beyond that, we also invite people to send us their email address so we can send you our monthly magazine. And that's just the best of the content, the best of the videos for the month, put out once again in an email, arrives in your inbox, so you can just go through and pick out the things that are really going to educate you and advance you in your field of expertise and in business. We're a business focused show. So thank you very much once again for watching, and we'll see you next time.